Hello and welcome to Sunday Stretchies. I am Kiera with Popshine Fitness. I'm so sorry that I missed our stretchy session last week. I was out with COVID, but never fear, I am back and I have got some spooky stretches for you since we are now in October. Let's go ahead and do a 10-minute stretch today. So a little shorter than we would typically do, but sometimes you don't have 20 minutes, all you have is 10. So we've got 10 minutes on the clock here and we will get started. Let's go ahead and bring our hands up overhead. And exhale. Bring those hands down. Let's take our feet in a wide second position. So they're going to be a little bit wider than our shoulders here. And we're going to take our hands, smooth them down our inner thighs, bend our knees, and use our elbows to push those knees apart. Now I'm going to add some movement here. Lately I have really been enjoying adding some dynamic stretching rather than static stretching to my routine. So that is what I am going to do. I have not exercised at all today. So rather than just holding a static stretch, I will be moving a little bit in these. On an inhale, let's come up out of that. Bring our feet a little bit closer together. I like to head into our functional squat. So I like to take my hands into a little prayer here and sit my hips down. Once again, I like to use my elbows to push my knees apart. That allows me to sit a little bit taller when I do this stretch versus if I take my hands away, my chest falls forward, my heel is coming up off the ground. But if I keep my hands here in the center, use my elbows to push my knees apart, I'm able to center my weight, keep my heels on the ground, a little more stable in this one. Once again, adding some movement here, shifting from side to side. That also helps to make these stretches not feel so intense. Sometimes when we do stretches, it can just feel like so much, and then we get frustrated with ourselves because we think we should be more flexible or are frustrated that we're not able to get into a certain pose or into a deep enough squat or a split maybe, and that's frustrating to us. So adding some movement distracts from that. All right, I'm going to set my hands down in front of me on the ground and very slowly lift my hips up, keeping my upper body down towards the ground into a gentle forward fold here. So my legs are straight. I'm feeling the stretch behind my knees. Let your head relax. And we'll sway those hips side to side, adding a little bit of bent shape into the knees. Just gently swaying side to side, and I've got my hands on the ground supporting me. Let's relax even deeper into that forward fold. Grab both of your elbows and let gravity just pull your head and your upper body down towards the mat. A few breaths here. Sway side to side. When you're ready, set both of those hands back down on the mat and very, very slowly pull yourself up one vertebrae at a time, keeping a gentle bend in the knees. All right, reset yourself however you need to. Let's move into a lunge. So I'm going to take 1 foot forward and 1 foot back behind me. That back leg is nice and straight. My heel is up off the mat. And I'm going to sit here in this high lunge just for a moment. I'm putting a little bit of bouncing. This is controlled bouncing. And I am bouncing a little bit. This stretch here. So this is a bit of a balance challenge for us. If that's feeling like too much, go ahead and put one hand down on the ground. And again, we can move with that, shifting ourselves forward and backwards a little. Let's drop that back heel down onto the mat and flatten your toes as well. So you're not going to have your toes tucked underneath. You are going to have them flat down, and we'll twist towards the knee that's bent. Keeping up with the movement theme here, I'm bouncing very gently forward and back. Maybe bounce is the wrong term to use for what I'm doing here. It's more like shifting my weight forward and back a little bit. I've also got my head turned up towards my outstretched hand overhead. It's great for spinal mobility. You get a nice little stretch, a little twist in the spine that's very gentle. And let's actually replace those hands. So the hand that was just up in the sky, bring it down to the mat, place it next to your other hand that's already straight, and if you can, twist that hand that was down on the mat originally, twist it up to the sky. If this is feeling like too much, go ahead and take the same hand that is your bent knee, place it on your knee, and you can twist towards the sky. All right, let's go ahead and tuck that toe. Come up to a bit of a low triangle, I suppose. And what I'm going to do is bring my back foot a little bit closer here. So I've got both of my feet pointed sideways. So rather than have them be straight on like this, they're pointing out towards the side. My whole body is rotated a little bit to the side. So I'm down, and I'm going to go ahead and bend my knees and then straighten. I'm not going to hold that for a super long time. Just bend the knees and straighten, using my hands to support, bending the knees, straighten. Ooh, and we can really feel that behind that front knee. And straighten. Now we'll shift forward onto one foot, picking up the back heel, and we'll shift back onto that other foot, drop the heel down, and our front foot is going to have our toes come up. We'll do that again. Forward, back, and again, forward, and back. Now, let's keep ourselves bent over. We'll come back center, and we will switch sides. So, we will come up very, very slowly. All right. Set yourself however you need. And we'll drop down, balance challenge, but we'll drop down into a lunge, taking that back leg nice and straight. You can help yourself out a little bit by holding onto your knee. And I will very gently shift my weight front to back. All right, I'm going to drop down the opposite hand as my forward knee. So I've got my right knee forward right now. So my left hand is dropped down and is straight. And I'm going to twist towards my bent knee, up towards the sky. And my right arm is nice and straight towards the sky. And we'll bring that hand down and reverse directions. Now I've got my left hand up to the sky, right hand is down, the inside of my right knee. If that's feeling like too much, come up out of that. Place one elbow on your knee, so the same arm that is your bent leg. So I've got my right knee, right elbow, we're up to the sky twisting. And we'll come down, both hands coming down, bringing that back leg a little bit closer. Now we will shift our weight forward and back a little bit here, ever so gently. And we'll bend down and straighten those knees. Bend down, straighten. One more time. Nice. Now we'll shift our weight back onto our back foot. Lift that front toe up off the ground. We'll feel this stretch all through the back of the calf and the back of the knee. Shift your weight forward. Lift your back heel up. Use your hands to support you. Go again. And switch. Front and back. Front and back. Very nice. Now shift yourself so you're forward, facing forward, but your body is still folded over. And forward fold. We will very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll ourselves up to standing. Take a breath. Reset yourself however you need. Take a deep breath in and out. One more. And out. All right, you did it. That was 10 minutes of Sunday Stretchies. Great job. We'll see you next time.